Customs and practices of Neolithic age. Um, Under this heading, we are going to read about the customs and practices of Neolithic age. We do not have any direct evidence of the customs and practices of the Neolithic people, but through the study of their tools and pottery, we can get an insight into this. Now, we don't have a direct or a concrete evidence of their customs and practices of Neolithic people, but we can estimate or just get an insight about their from their tools and pottery, right? So let's see the difference between Paleolithic age and Neolithic age. The first difference is the crude and unshaped stone tools were made. During Paleolithic age, crude and unshaped stone tools were used. Crude means we can say kache, right? Not strong, not very strong, and unshaped tools were made. While on the other hand, Neolithic age, well shaped and polished tool began to be made. और Neolithic age में well shaped और polished tools, stone tools का use किया जाने लगा. Second difference is people were mostly scavengers, hunter and food gatherers. During Neolithic age, people were scavengers, hunters and food gatherers. But at the Neolithic age, people domesticate animal and began producing food. People started domesticating animal and started cultivating crops during Neolithic age. Third difference is people clothed themselves with animal skin and barks of tree. During Paleolithic age, people of Paleolithic age used to wear skin of animals and bark of trees, right? And on the other hand, Neolithic age में people waved cloth and started using wool and cotton to cover themselves. और Neolithic age में लोग क्लॉथ्स पहनते थे जो कि वेव किए होते थे, कॉटन और वुलन क्लॉथ्स वो पहनते थे अपने आप को कवर करने के लिए. Next difference is people lived in caves and roamed around from one place to another. Now, people of Paleolithic age were wanderers or nomads. They used to live in caves and roam from one place to another. But on the other hand, Neolithic age ke log, people built mud houses and huts and started living in one place for a longer period of time to look after the grain sown. People of Neolithic age built mud houses and huts and living a settled life for a longer period of time, and they look after the grains that they have sown or cultivated. The last difference is people did not know how to make pottery. People of Paleolithic age do not know how to make pottery, and on the other hand, Neolithic age के लोग पोट्री मेकिंग वॉज अ सिग्निफिकेंट फीचर ऑफ दिस एज. और न्यूलिथिक एज के लोग जो थे वो पोट्री बनाते थे. इनफैक्ट वो उनका सबसे सिग्निफिकेंट, सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर था, सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट डेवलपमेंट था, राइट. नाउ अ केस स्टडी विच शोज द Neolithic site in India. In the northwestern region of Indian subcontinent, present day Afghanistan and Pakistan, we find the earliest evidence of origin of wheat and barley cultivation. Mehergarh near Bolan Pass in Balochistan was the earliest agricultural settlement in Indian subcontinent. After 7000 BCE, this settlement saw a gradual shift from dependence on wild animal to cultivation of crops and domestication of animals. Now मेहरगढ़ बलूचिस्तान के एरिया में है, और यहाँ पर इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट पे सबसे अर्लीस्ट, सबसे पुरानी सेटलमेंट्स में से एक है. और 7000 BCE के बाद इसमें ग्रेजुअल चेंजेस देखे जाने लगे. जैसे पहले वो वाइल्ड एनिमल्स पे डिपेंडेंट थे अपने फूड के लिए, फिर धीरे धीरे वो क्रॉप्स को कल्टीवेट करने लगे और एनिमल्स को डोमेस्टिकेट करने लगे. At this site, bones of sheep and goat, cattle, etc. were found, indicates that they were commonly used animal. और while excavating और while digging, हिस्टोरियंस को कुछ बोन्स मिली हैं शीप की, गॉट, कैटल एक्सेट्रा, कुछ एनिमल्स की। तो इससे ये इंडिकेट होता है कि इन पर्टिकुलर एनिमल्स का कॉमनली यूज़ किया जाता था। रिमेन्स ऑफ हाउसेस स्क्वायर और रेक्टेंगुलर इन शेप। अब हाउसेस के जो रिमेन्स हैं, मतलब जो बची कुची चीज़ें हैं, राइट, रिमेन्स जो हैं वो आइदर स्क्वायर शेप में होती थी या रेक्टेंगुलर शेप में होता था, मतलब उनका घर। Then by 5000 BCE, many agricultural villages has been found in Balochistan like Kili Ghul Muhammad and Kalat in Kuta Valley, then and Mundi Mundigak near Kandhar and Sarai Khola in West Punjab, Pakistan. The beginning of agriculture in Indus Valley was a major step towards the emergence of civilization later, as its fertile soil helped to produce surplus food grains which could support the area which do not produce the food grains. नाउ अराउंड 5000 BCE बहुत सारे एग्रीकल्चरल विलेजेस बलूचिस्तान के अराउंड देखे गए। और सिंस वहाँ पे इंडस वैली प्लेन था, तो वहाँ का जो प्लेन था वो बहुत ज़्यादा, वहाँ का जो सॉइल था वो बहुत ज़्यादा फर्टाइल था, और सरप्लस मतलब एक्सेस फूड ग्रेन्स ग्रो होने लगे और फिर उसे यूज़ किया जाने लगा। दैन एक्सकेवेशन एट विलेज सेटलमेंट इन कश्मीर वैली एट बुरजाहोम एंड Gufkaral throw significant light on the Neolithic culture of this region. Next is Northeast region. The area comprises of hills of Assam, including North Chanchar and Garo and the Naga Hills. The Neolithic culture of this region is characterized by shouldered slits, small ground axes of round form, and code impressed pottery, heavily tempered with quartz particle. The excavation at Sartu, Sarutaru near Guwahati revealed shouldered slit and rounded butted axes associated with crude or basket marked pottery. Excavation at Dowjali Hadding in the North Chanchar Hills have yielded tools associated with agriculture and pottery to store grains. The Assam Neolithic culture phase has been tentatively dated around 2000 BCE by the historians. Now ये जो हमने पढ़ा है ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन में के फीचर्स हैं, मतलब उन पर्टिकुलर प्लेसेस पे क्या क्या चीज़ें एक्सकेवेशन के दौरान उन्हें मिली हैं, राइट। और इस तरीके से हमारा चैप्टर यहाँ पे फिनिश होता है।